Welcome to the Calculus, a collection of micro lectures, video lessons, and sample exercises. Let's compute the antiderivative of this given trigonometric function using the chain rule. This time we are given with the integral of your cosine of 2x plus 3 dx. One important hint that you will be using chain rule or the other rule which will be presented in the next video is the idea that the angle for your trigonometric function is expressed in another function. Just like this one here, the angle is 2x plus 3 instead of just x or any angle. So this time, we are going to use here the chain rule, but of course, your composite function here, this is the hint again, it's already a composite function if your angle is expressed differently. You have here cosine of 2x plus 3. This happens if your outer function is just cosine x, while your g of x, the angle, is again another function, specifically here 2x plus 3. This is a hint that the chain rule will be used. So you have here chain rule for antidifferentiation of composite functions. We have here the integral, sorry for that, the integral of your composite function f of g of x times the derivative of your angle or g of x dx, which would be equal to your antiderivative of your outer function with g of x as its component plus c. Okay? So in order for us to use the chain rule, this item needs to be included in the process. Where do we get that? From here. We have g prime of x, or the derivative of your g of x, which is equal to 2. In short, we need to have a factor of 2 here, specifically here, in order for us to use the chain rule. Again, the chain rule is to be used when, number 1, your angle is expressed as a function, and number 2, if there are possibilities of squaring, or your entire trigonometric function is raised to another power, where other rules of anti-differentiation of trigonometric functions are not possible. So going here, you will have the integral of cosine of 2x plus 3. As mentioned, you'll be including here 2 before your dx. But looking into that, including 2 as a factor is no longer the same as the original one. What we need to do here is, of course, we need to neutralize that by multiplying 1/2 here, because 1/2 times 2 is just 1, so it returns to the original form. But we will not be simplifying that in the meantime, because we have already achieved our goal for the chain rule. Now, what do we use for our process here? Because we have now guaranteed this process using the chain rule, the next step here is what process or rule will be used for this, the antiderivative of the outer function with respect to your component, which is g of x. The answer is of course dependent on the f of x, its cosine. So you need to understand what would be the rule for antidifferentiating cosine so that you will be able to use the appropriate process. Take note that if we have here the integral of cosine x dx, which we have proven previously is equal to positive sine of x plus c. Yes, the antiderivative of cosine x is sine x. But take note, our x here is actually the entire g of x, 2x plus 3, being a composite function. That would mean here you have 1/2 times sine of your angle, no longer x, but 2x plus 3, plus 3, and then you have plus c. Multiplying 1/2, you will get here 1/2 sine of 2x plus 3 plus 1/2 of c, or generally, we use an arbitrary constant c. This is the antiderivative of the given trigonometric function, which uses chain rule, and this is the answer for this item. Now we have a different video which will use the same item, but we'll be using a different rule to verify this answer as well. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe now!